Calvin Castine at Chazy Central Rural School, George Brendler Field. 13th day of October 2012. An 11 o'clock start on a bright but chilly mid-October afternoon on a Saturday. It's Northeastern Clinton and Chazy Eagles in junior varsity boys soccer. Our officials over on this side, we got Bill Forkey. On the far side, Mr. Jim Varon. Cougars in the visiting maroon. Eagles in the home whites. We're expecting Joey Trombley to show up. And I think I hear somebody in the stairs. Hopefully that might be he. The red throw. Galen Trombley, his son, is the coach for Chazy. Frank Dumas, longtime coach for the Cougars. That's going to go wide, and it will be a goal kick. There's the punt. That's not a punt, it's a kick. Yeah, Joe's on the phone in the stairway here, conducting business right up to the last second. And the late Joe Trombley has arrived.
Sorry, Calvin.
There's the Roosters.
I saw the kickoff. I was driving in the
Handicapped area?
yeah.
All yours.
Well, Calvin's got the camera here, so it's like you say, it's Northeastern and Chazy. And it's a cool day, but with no wind. It's not that bad, Calvin.
No wind in here.
Well, there's definitely no wind here. They said the wind would be from the south, and if that's okay for us too,
Yeah.
for where we're situated, right here. So so Calvin's got both rosters here for me. He always does a wonderful job with that. And the Northeastern JV team I hear is doing very well this year.
Yep.
And they're probably the best team out there in the JVs this year. And this guy here, they said Bhutan's pretty good. And he gets the shot off. So I think a Chazy victory today would probably be an upset on paper. But that's why you play the game. And I think it's good that Northeastern and Chazy gets together since they're only 6 miles apart down the road, maybe 8 miles.
Yeah, maybe someday the varsity teams might consider getting together.
Yeah, I think the community would love to see that.
The community would love to see that.
I know they would, and I don't think there was enough room here at this George Brendler Field to take everybody in to see that game. I think both communities would be here en masse to see that type of game.
And boys and girls. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, and because they are such two great soccer programs that have developed over the years, people would love to see that. Now, I've talked to Rob about that, and he says, in the fall, when they start the season, of course, Northeastern has the Pizza Hut Classic. They have the Frankie Garrow Memorial, so it takes some games away. And he said basically it's a scheduling conflict, is what I'm being told. So there's rumors out there why they don't get together, but that's what I'm hearing.
Saranac had a tournament, and they were scheduled to be here, but they opted out, and at the last moment, it was Keene Central that came, so... And I know Northeastern wasn't playing that particular night. So.
But they might have they only allowed to play so many games.
Right. But
so their schedule could have been full.
Yeah, but Northeastern had no more games than Saranac, so.
I can't tell you what took place there. I'm just talking out loud. And,
I know.
And maybe through this
is the no spin zone. So
no, absolutely, there is no spin here. But now, hopefully, through this conversation, and the coaches are going to be listening to this.
They might be.
We hope that they'll say, you know what? Maybe it won't be a yearly thing, but let's get it together.
Well, it can't be a home and away, but it could be home here one year and home at Northeastern the next year, and vice versa.
Sure, and
girls and boys, and
these kids all know each other, and I think it'd be just a wonderful evening of soccer. There's a nice feed into the box. That's dangerous. And what a nice goal. And the ball hit the ground. That was number 10, Jacob LaFountain. And that was definitely a defensive mistake on the Chazy defense there, letting that ball land on the ground like that.
It happens.
It does. They don't know. We'll just let it go. So going back to the varsity,
What is this?
that was
Keegan, 16.
he said 12. 12. He said 12 from 10, but it was actually 10 from 12. So it would have been Rittoli, Jordan. Is it Berlotti? Berlotti. I don't have my glasses. That is really small print there, Galvin.
Yeah. Yeah.
So going back to the varsity, so hopefully the coaches will see this and they'll want to get that game going. But where I was going with this, you have two quality programs that it would be a great evening of soccer from both teams, because they both got a skill set that is above and beyond in the area.
Well, well, Northeastern's challenged at their level because they're playing at the B level, and there are some good girls and boys B schools this year that are competing with them. But yeah, it would still be a good contest.
It'd be a great contest. I mean, and right now Northeastern is the king of boys and girls, I think, in the Bs right now. Now they have close competition, obviously, with Peru and Beatmantown this year.
They always do,
doing very well.
And the girls have PHS
and Beatmantown, correct. And of course, last night Beatmantown won a big one against PHS, 1-0. So come playoffs, any of those three teams can go.
Yep.
In Class D, in the section, I mean, it would take an upset for Chazy to be beaten this year. They're doing very, very well. Then at that point, once you go to the regionals and then the Final Four, who knows what can happen. But sectionals, Chazy look very, very good so far this year.
Yeah.
At the varsity level, now you may be talking, why are we talking varsity? We had a JV game going. Well, these guys here will be moving up to varsity. This is the feeder program as it goes on. And Chazy loses a lot of players next year at the varsity level. I think we counted 7, and 7 players that are either starting or they're coming right off the bench. So there'll be some changes next year at the varsity level for Chazy. But right now, this is Northeastern and Chazy at the George Brendler Field. And Calvin, I will say this, it's nice to see the JV boys on the George Brendler Field.
Yes, it is.
It's nicer for us, and we're elevated to call the game here.
This might be a first, too. I think it's the first time the JV boys have been allowed on this field. So
This year?
ever.
Oh, no. They've been here before.
They recorded them on this field.
Well, you had other things to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, as good as hometown cable is, they can't be everywhere.
I was watching some youth games this morning at Rouse's Point. It was originally scheduled for last week, but they got kind of rained out. Then when I leave here, I'll be going to Peru for the Harvest Days at the Babby Farm and Rural Museum, and I'll be back here tonight for some more soccer.
Yeah, I think there's a good chance I'll be here for that game, so I'll be more than happy to come up and help you with that. The Seton girls taking on the Chazy girls, which should be a good match. They had a good match down at Seton just the other day. The Lady Eagles came on top 3-1. And as I was walking in here, AD Brian Norcross said there was an old show playing on the Access Channel.
Yep.
Northern Blacktopping.
Yep.
And Brian goes, "Was that your son doing that?" And how long? That been 20 years ago?
I'm guessing about 20, yeah, because Bob's been dead since '97. That's 15 years.
Mm-hmm. So it's pretty. I mean, it's 18 to 20 years anyway.
Yeah.
I was trying to go by my age and okay, how would I have been there? And I'm thinking it's probably 20 years ago. And here come the Cougars on the far side. It was a number 3 Bhutan pushing it up, and defensively for Chazy, Sam Provost clears it out on the end line, so it's a corner kick, and running over for the Cougars is Theo Sisson, Jeff Sisson's son.
Who seldom sells seashells by the seashore.
Yes, I agree.
Seldom does.
Seldom does. And there's outside the box, and going on to the head of number 24, Tatro. Oh, there's a nice. And that was dangerous, but luckily it was headed off to the other far side.
What do you mean luckily?
For the Chazy defense. Well, I'm talking for the defense here.
I see.
Calvin, as you know, have to be.
Because your son is coaching.
I have to be neutral, though.
Just because your son is coaching. Yeah, you're almost neutral up here.
Well, no, wait a second. Now, how can you play Northeastern?
Huh?
You do realize I did graduate from Northeastern.
No, I know you left there, whether you graduated or not. I don't know.
Well, you have to ask for the transcripts on that one. But rumor has it that I graduated from there. So yes, I people think I grew up in Chazy because I've been living here for the last 28 years. But I was a resident of Perry's Mills.
That's right. Proud resident.
Suburbs of Champlain, as we'll call it, and graduated from Northeastern. So this is my alma mater. Nice save by the goalie for Chazy, and I should know the goalie's last name here, and I'll see it when I get it. It is Gravel. Austin Gravel made a nice save there. So graduated from Northeastern. My son's the coach here. So I got ties to both sides.
Yeah, your brother graduated with Frankie.
Your Larry graduated with Frankie Dumas, the coach. Yes, he did. So there's a lot of connections here. There's another potential goal, but Austin Gravel was there. But right now, early on here, well, the first 12 and a half minutes has definitely favored the Cougars. And it shows on the scoreboard as they lead 1-0 here at the George Brendler Field on the 13th of October, 2012. It was a chilly one last night. It got below freezing, about 27, 26 degrees. And I was a little concerned coming to this game on how cold it would be, but there's no wind. When there's no wind and the sun's out, low 40s is fine in the North Country.
Yeah, well, not fine, but tolerable.
Tolerable. Now, I noticed you got like 7 layers on here and some gloves.
No, actually,
Well, maybe 3. But
actually, this is just one coat. It looks like 2, but it's just one.
you got all this chalk dust here on your jacket here, Calvin.
Yeah.
And now they have number 1 as I have Alex Gagno as number 1. I keep hearing Mike. Is that a nickname?
Number 1 is McLeod, I believe.
And they have Alex Gagno.
You're looking at the numbers are underneath the jersey, not underneath numbers.
Oh, so
They're not in numerical order.
well, Calvin, you usually have that settled for me. What's going on here? Herb Tarlick is not pleased right now.
Well, I knew I had a Cougar roster, but I must just keep it in the booth at Northeastern. So I got that from Frank just prior to the game.
Okay, so it was Ryan Parent scored. So we had that all wrong. And it was Ryan Parent who scored the goal from number 12. Would have been, if I can find number 12 on there, that would have been Nick Dragoon.
Okay.
So we want to give credit where credit's due. I'm looking at the number off to the left here. So my job just got progressively harder, Calvin.
Yes.
Okay, so that would make sense. So it's Brendan Boutin with the ball trying to clear it in, cleared out by Provost, and it's picked up by Brandon. Thank God Frankie's got a loud voice, or I'm hearing the names as he's calling it.
It helps.
Yeah, it helps me. Yeah, it helps me out a lot. And that would have been. Oh, there's a hard shot, and here they can't let him get a shot off in the box. And the defense for Chazy trying to clear it out, but good hustle here by the Cougars. And it's Ryan. Ryan Parent gets a shot off, but Gravel is there. So Gravel is getting a workout here today, Calvin.
Yeah, well, it keeps him warm.
Yeah.
Nothing the keeper hates worse than just standing there watching and getting cold.
Now who's the keeper for the Cougars?
I thought it was Dragoon, but I don't know. Does it say positions on? No.
No positions.
Let's see if there is a 12 on the field.
Yeah, they said there was.
Well, he also said 12 scored.
Yeah, well, yeah.
16.
Oh, here's Michael trying to get through there, getting the shot off. So again, some nice pressure here by the Cougars. And the Eagles want to get a substitution here, but there just seems to be no whistle that can give them the opportunity. As you have Corey Ryan, Mike Parent, and Cody Lemoy ready to check into the game here for the Eagles. and back defensively, and the ball was called off, and Cole Harvey lets it go through, and it's picked up by Gravel. And a nice kick by Gravel. Stepping up for the Cougars was the number 9. That would have been Scott Frenier. And now the ball's cleared out by number 16, Nick Ledoux, on the defensive end, all the way up into Chazy territory. And coming off the line is Gravel, and Michael McLeod was there, but Gravel gets there first. And we're approaching the 23:42 mark, and it's a 1-0 Cougar lead here at the George Brendler Field in JV soccer action. On the far side is Cam Giroux, working his way down defensively. For the Cougars is number 26, Dylan Glad. Ball pushed to outside the line, and there's a box of Northeastern defense. And a good hustle by number 11, Gage Duquette. But cleared out, controlled by the Cougars. And on a counterattack, here come the maroon and white. And nice play. Got to get his number. It's number 7. That would have been Jacob Brown. Ball at midfield. Controlled by the Cougars. Chipped up into the near sideline. And now it's controlled by number 6, Drake. Kyle Drake with the ball is knocked down. He was taken down by number 5, Chase Sample. Spencer Rogers will take the kick here. Ball goes to Duquette. Trying to be controlled by Tyler Hicks. Back to Duquette. Duquette trying to go to the far sideline, but stepping up was Jacob Brown, but taken away by the Eagles. Hicks trying to switch fields. Defensively, the Cougars are there, and Duquette chips the ball up toward the 18. Drake trying to get to the ball, but number 5 for the Cougars was there first, and that would have been Chase Sample. He sends it to midfield. And Provost with the ball, pushing it up, gets it onto Duquette. Duquette back to number 15 for the Cougars, O'Connor. And here comes Giroux, and Cam Drew gets a shot off, but it goes into the hand of the goalie, and we don't know who the goalie is. But yeah, nice punt. Well, kind of nice punt. It went out of bounds. So with 21:44 to go, now the Eagles can do their substitutions.
Who the keeper is, we'll find out at halftime probably.
I'll yell it now. Hey guys. Brady Vassar. So the goalie is Brady Vassar. And here comes McLeod, knocked away by Provost. And for the Cougars on the far sideline is Gagno, but it goes out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in deep into Chazy territory for the Cougars, or for the Eagles' far sideline. And for the Cougars, number 23, Boutin, has it knocked away by Harvey. Hicks stepping up, but there for the Cougars is number 16, Nick Ledoux. Ball comes up, and Gravel's off the line, but offside's called. And we have Bill Forkey and Jim Varon are the officials for today's game.
Not a bad crowd. You don't get as many people along the fence as we usually see, but
Yeah, for a JV game, I think it's pretty
on
good.
a cool day.
There'll probably be a decent crowd tonight for the girls' game, I'm thinking, being a Saturday night.
They could have sold a few Mickey fries today if they'd.
Oh, I think so. There've been a few pounds gone.
Yeah. But they got to work tonight, so I can't blame them for not showing up today.
Yeah. Well, plus they're working the bottle drive today too.
I saw Tim's picture in the paper there.
Yeah, Tim Collins.
Yeah.
Another proud alumni of Chazy Soccer. Of course, we did a talking business segment with them.
We sure did.
Was it Thursday night. We did the talking business with Barry West.
Tuesday, yeah.
Tuesday. Thursday night, I saw Tommy Cronin. He goes, I saw you on TV doing that West Auto. I go, You saw it out? Did you run it in Plattsburgh?
No.
He saw it somewhere.
Well, I must have saw it on the internet.
Must
It
be.
hasn't been on TV. He's been on been on the internet.
Well, he saw it, so it must be that's where he's got it. Yes, he says Gordy is really upset. He goes, feel like you're taking over his territory. I started, of course, he was busted on me naturally. I go, Tommy, Gordy is a legend in the area. He's been doing this for 17 years.
He's been on a legend since 1961.
That's what I mean, but legend in the area. Then doing this for 17 years. I think it's 17 years.
15.
Isn't it?
15.
15?
Yeah.
Well, you know.
97, Bob died.
Okay, so 15 years. So I mean, he only has like 750 programs.
Yeah.
You know, roughly about 2 hours long. Now, do you guys? Oh, this is. Oh, what a play! What a beautiful goal! And Cameron Hobart picked that near corner, and Gravel did not stand a chance. But nice ball movement by the Cougars, and as we can see here in the first half, with 17:51 to go, why they're the #1 JV team in the league right now.
Yeah. It's in the coaching.
Absolutely.
This young whippersnapper over here is being outcoached.
No, there's no doubt. Frankie Dumas has the time and the years on him, experience.
And I didn't realize it till recently. Frank's working at Rainey's Repair.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Well, he worked in the maintenance.
Sure,
Whatever it's
at
called at
Wyeth.
Wyeth. So what else? You know, a great pickup for Chad.
Absolutely.
Especially since Frank used to coach Chad, and now Chad can get back at him.
Oh, yeah. Frank, Coach, remember when you didn't put me in that game?
Yeah.
I need you tonight.
Yeah.
No, it's not an option.
You got to be on a roof at 20 below zero there.
Yeah. Jacob Brown's checking in for the Cougars, as well as Alex Dupree and Seth Matat here for the Eagles. And Frankie's wondering why he's getting all the odd jobs.
Yeah.
You know?
You gotta be careful. You never know who you're going to be answering to in future years.
I bet he wish he started him all the time now, doesn't he?
That's right.
Of course, we're going back in some time now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Was that back in the mid-'90s?
Chad, trying to think. He's a few years older than his sister Jess, so Jess was a year behind my daughter, who graduated in '99. So yeah, I'd say late to mid-'90s.
Yeah. So with 16:14 to go, it has been all Northeastern Clinton here in the first half, and they, for their hard work and domination, they leave 2-0 here in the first half. And it's Ryan over to Dupree. Dupree pushing it back, trying to find Ryan, but it's cleared out by number 9, Frenier. And nice feed up to number 8 for the Cougars, Alex Gagno. And defensively, it's sent up toward midfield, but stepping up for the Cougars is number 16, Nick Leduc. And it is Dupree. Dupree trying to get by. It's Dupree trying to get by number 9, trying to get over to Hicks. And it's cleared out by number 26 here for the Cougars, Dylan Glad. Ball at midfield, and number 24, Cameron Hobart, with the second goal for the Cougars on the attack here, sends it up to the near sideline and tries to get it onto the foot of Ryan Parent. And the ball is not saved, so we have a corner kick here for the Cougars. And running over to take the kick here for the Cougars will be Brendan Boutin.
Scott, midfield. In goal.
And Gravel knocks it out, so another corner kick.
In goal.
There's the feed. Ball again on the ground in the 18, and this is always dangerous if you're the defense.
Keep going after it.
And it's cleared out by Provost. Nice trap
Okay, goal, come back.
by number 23, Brendan Boutan. And he kicks it off the end line, so it'll be a goal kick here for the Cougars. And the Fish, I saw the Fish earlier today at Stewart's, and the Fish and Leah have headed off to Albany. It's Parents' Weekend at
Yeah,
University of Albany.
I said he'd be gone.
Yeah, I know why I told the Fish. I said, you always go down as a freshman at Parent Weekend, and you kind of forget about the sophomore and junior year. He smiled. He goes, yeah, you're probably right. So the Fish is in Albany. But you had the Fish for the JV, or for the varsity girls, right?
Last night?
Or was it the boys, the 9-1 game? Just you and
Yeah.
Joe?
Yeah. Yeah, last night I did volleyball.
Okay.
Jordan, go inside.
Figured I'll be back here tonight
Kick
for
him. Right out.
Chazy girls, so I did volleyball at Northeastern last night.
Goal, goal, where are you, bud?
Now, how many different shows during the course of the day will you play on the access
Good
channels?
goal.
Depends on how
Get on it.
much of a backlog we've got. I've got to try to spread things out so they last into the next, carry over into the next season, because there's always a little gap in there between seasons. So,
But I mean, you have other programs you can throw in, though,
but I've always got at least
Target.
2 new things on.
every day.
Yeah.
So at least 2 new programs a day.
Well, yeah, but I double up the days. Monday, Tuesday is one program. Thursday, Friday is one program. Friday, Saturday, Sunday is one program. But usually there's at least 2, and on Wednesday is at least 1, sometimes 2 or 3 shorter
So,
things.
how many new programs a week then? Was that like 7 or 8?
Oh, most weeks we get at least 10 or more. With the Champlain Village records their own village board meetings. Rouse's Point records their own. Sam covers Chazy, Altona. There's somebody covering that for us.
So Sam's back on the camera again?
Oh no, he's been covering Chazy Town Board for
Oh, really?
right along. Yeah.
Okay.
And then outside of that, he covers
Oh, there's another hard shot. Oh, nice save by Gravel.
the Mass on New Year's Eve. He covers the St. Mary's Bazaar Parade, and he covers Chazy graduation.
So let's say you have 10 new programs. I mean, how many programs a week are you recording?
I'm recording 7 to 10 a week. most
Yourself?
weeks. Yeah.
Not counting what Sam may do.
Yeah, like I said, Sam's just once a
Right.
month, basically, plus 3 other days.
Okay.
Then, but other people, like I said, are recording their own town board meetings, so that helps.
And then what do you just decide what old programs you want to throw back on there? When there's an open, nice feed. Nice play.
Yeah, I try to make it seasonal to fill up the rest of the remaining time. Is 4-hour time is try to make it seasonal. And I'll pay attention to if I haven't got any NAC games on this week, well, I'll grab an old NAC game to put on. If I haven't got any Chazy games on this week, I'll grab an old Chazy game to put on. You know.
Okay. So there's a rhyme and method to your madness here.
You would think not, but yeah.
No, see, this is the in-depth stuff that people get watching hometown cable. You know, we go behind the scenes here,
Right. Like today.
probing questions.
Today we've got Gordy Little. I'm trying to remember where Gordy and I are at. I should remember, but I don't right now. Then we got What's Going On Here, which is a long episode
This week?
with Northern Blacktopping.
That was a long one.
And then to fill it out, I've got the rerun of the Rainey's Repair that you and I did last year.
Okay.
So that's
Oh, so great. So they can see the contrast of a young Joey Trombley to a middle-aged Joey Trombley.
That's right.
Okay, well, thank you for doing that.
Just a time machine. It's a warning. This could happen to you.
Yeah, no, it will happen to you. There's no warning. It will happen. Oh, that should be out. That has to be. That was
Yeah.
not intentional, but it was obvious.
Yeah, and it's far enough into the box. That,
Yeah, I think 6 feet in is.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be the deciding goal in the game, you know.
No,
So
you can't. You had to call that one. And I mean, Sam, and I knowing Sam Provost, he did not do that on purpose. He's trying to get
well,
the ball.
no.
Sam is not like that. But they got the Cameron Hobart, who got the second goal, taking this kick here for the Cougars. Oh, the save by Gravel, can get back to it. Oh, nice play by Gravel, but good hustle by Hobart on the kick to try to get that rebound. But I think he was banking that Gravel was going to be diving one way or the other, and he put it right to him at the center of the net. So maybe that might be the spark that the Eagles need.
Yeah. Back when I first started recording, Cameron's mother, Barb Pelkey, Hobart, was still playing.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm sure you see a lot of that over the decades of doing
generations,
this.
yeah.
Generations.
We've got 3 generations of your family on. You know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's right. It's yeah, time does that.
Yeah.
So Tommy Cronin goes, how did you ever get that gig with Calvin? I said, well, you do realize we're first cousins. He goes, no, I didn't know that. And I go, our mothers are twins. He started laughing. He goes, I figured you weren't good enough to get that on your own.
High-paying job like that.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, what I'm amazed is really how you stepped up and you matched what they pay for the school board. I was just, how could I say no to that?
Well,
You always step up.
that's right. No free trips, though.
No, I would never get a free trip. We don't spend taxpayers' money that way.
If you don't go to the school boards association
No,
meetings.
never. No, never.
Cameron, Jordan, will you please separate? Go to both sides of the field.
No, we obviously, well, like all districts, we have tight budgets, and there's just no money for that.
How much time we got?
Well, Calvin, we're down to 7 minutes and 50 seconds here left in the first half. And for the Cougars, it is Cody Lemoy with the throw-in.
Well, it was the Eagles, but
What'd I say?
for the Cougars.
Well, I'm looking at the maroon and white, and then, I got the right game.
That's right.
Oh, over the back. Oh, he didn't call it. What? So it's a throw-in. Oh, he did call it.
You can tell. You can tell Chazy's trailing right here. Normally, Brian Norcross is sitting next to the coach, but since the team's trailing, he's not there
Oh, he
anymore.
wants nothing to do with him. No. Oh, no. Brian just wants to sit next to winners.
That's right. Actually, he's got a bantam game later on.
Oh, yeah, his kids are into soccer right now.
Yeah.
Now, look at this beautiful field. I'm amazed that they had canceled a game because of rain. Do we want to talk about that?
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. We were surprised that the game was canceled because of rain. They claimed that the field did not hold the water, and it was not good.
Yeah. Well,
They claimed all the fields were like that.
yeah. Well, may have gotten chewed up a little bit, but hey, that's a soccer field.
It is a soccer field, but I think they want to keep it in this pristine.
Well, I think part of the contract with George Brendler was that they'd never ruin his field. You can name it after me, but you have to keep it in pristine shape.
Well, it is in pristine shape right now. As a matter of fact, the goalie areas are probably in the best shape I've ever seen them this late in the season.
Yeah.
Of course, we haven't had water for 3 months. Any water we do get kind of drains, but that night it didn't.
Right.
So that game is being made up on Monday.
Right.
The
E-Town
15th,
game. Yeah.
E-Town game. I won't be here.
Uh-oh.
My daughter plays in Lake Placid,
Yep.
JV game. So I'll be in Lake Placid for that game. There's a hard shot. Oh,
Ooh.
yes. What a rip. And that was by number 16, Nick LeDuc. And Gravel was screened on that. And a beautiful shot by the Cougars. And they increased that lead to 3-0. And if we didn't see Brian Norcross before, we aren't going to see him now.
Oh, he's definitely gone.
That's for sure. But today is the 13th of October, so next week I think the regular season comes to an end, and then it's playoff time.
Yep. Yep.
And that's what everybody looks forward to.
The end of soccer season.
No, the playoffs. Let's just say we don't dress up now like we did in Labor Day weekend.
Yes.
We dress a little bit differently now. I'm wearing gloves for the first time, Calvin.
I've had many parents confess to me that didn't bother them that their kids had lost.
Oh, after playoffs, you mean?
Yeah.
I will say.
I hope they do well, but
I mean,
I'm ready to go home and stay warm.
I will say we are. I mean, we are spoiled in the sense that we are protected
In the booth.
In the booth, yeah. So the games are a little more manageable for us. I love the PHS. I love doing the games there. They have it heated for us.
Yeah. The cheap Plattsburgh heat.
Yeah, well, we still have to work on them to get a glass here and get heat up here for us. I'm sure budgetary reasons it won't happen. But
They could put in a solar panel behind us there. and
well, yeah, something.
Southern view. Heck,
Oh, yeah.
my goodness.
We'd be in our t-shirts and
That's
call
right.
the game. Wondering what people are complaining for
Yeah,
out there.
mind you, folks.
Well, this first half is winding down. We still have 4 minutes left, but it's been all Cougars, 3-0 for the Cougars against the Eagles. But this is a good matchup for the Eagles. You can only learn from a game like this, and hopefully you take something away from it and you become better. So checking in for the Cougars is number 19, Devin McManus. And coming out of the game is Scott Frenier. So the ball is deep into Chazy territory. It goes off the Cougars, and stepping up is Keegan O'Connor to take the throw in here for the Cougars. And the ball is at midfield, and it's thrown out of bounds, so not a good throw in. So it goes all the way back to where it first originated. And for the Cougars, it is Jacob Brown with the throw-in, trying to get it onto the feet of, is it Massimo Birch? Massimo? Again, I don't have these. This print is really small.
You can call him Massey.
We'll call him Mass.
Okay.
Hey, Mass.
Go ahead.
Hey, Mass. It's got to be a nickname there somewhere.
I would think so.
I mean, who doesn't go through their school years and without somebody giving you some kind of a nickname?
Right.
I have multiple nicknames through the different events.
Of course, people like you whose name is a nickname to begin with.
It is Baby Kangaroo.
Joey. No,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's not normally. It's usually a Joseph or something.
yeah,
like that.
right, it's a
I get that asked all the time. So you're Joseph?
Joseph, yeah.
No, I'm Joey. What?
yeah, it's like our bishop Terry. You know, it's not Terrence, it's Terry. You
Yeah.
know, sounded good at the time,
Yeah. Yeah.
but the kid grows up.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah. They want me to stay young forever, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got 2 minutes left here. Well, Calvin, I was going to treat you to some Mickey fries at halftime here.
Sure, I was gonna.
So tonight I'll let you treat me.
Yeah, there you go.
I was just going to even it out. I was going to treat you, then you.
Well, actually, Joey got me some Mickey fries last time. He didn't spill them all.
I saved you 5. I know next time I come in, they aren't going right here. They're going right on that desk back there.
Well, I've had my my yearly requirement for Mickey fries.
You want no more Mickey fries? It's a new day.
Yeah.
Your arteries are screaming for that grease.
I've had 2 orders of Mickey fries. So that's,
This year?
Yeah,
Well,
so
you
one
count the
very
one I
early.
needed?
No.
Okay.
Right there, Ryan. Good spot, Ryan.
They are tasty.
They are. This could be dangerous. So we have under a minute to go.
Half back, your ball, half back. Good job, Matt.
So this first half will wind down, and I guess the big thing, can the Eagles keep them off the board one more time? So 30 seconds to go.
Go get it, Dave.
Shots on net favored the Cougars at 9-1.
Come on, Massey, go get that. In the
Corner
air.
kicks 7-0. And when you read those stats, that just kind of tells you what the score is. It's 3-0. Definitely an advantage for the Cougars. Pushing it through. And the first half will come to an end. A first half totally dominated by the Cougars as they lead the Eagles of Chazy 3-0.
5 minutes on the clock, please.
And we're starting the second half here at the George Brendler Field. If you're just joining us, it's halftime on the 13th of October 2012. It's the Cougars of Northeastern Clinton leading the Chazy Eagles 3-0 here in the game. So the second half has just started, and we'll see if the Eagles can turn it around a little bit. Calvin, I'm not sure if they can, but it'd be nice to see them do a little better than they did in the first half.
Yes, it would be, but we'll see how good the halftime speech was by the coach.
Well, he could have did
It all
one of
comes
them.
down to,
Oh yeah, can he motivate them?
yeah,
Was it an inspirational speech?
Yeah.
You know, was it one for the ages, like was it Ronald Reagan do one for the Gipper?
well, Reagan was the Gipper.
And then
Reagan was the Gipper. He's the guy who died.
and then you had the famous speech at halftime, Notre Dame, from Newt Rockney.
Yeah, that was the one we win one for the Gipper.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
one, right?
Yeah.
And Reagan played the Gipper, right?
Right.
Was that okay?
Yeah.
We all know how that turned out.
Yeah. It's a true story. I don't know about the win one for the Gipper part, but it's a true story that they did have this guy that died there at Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And speaking of the Irish, they're undefeated. They play today at 3:30 against number 17 Stanford.
As a Yankee fan, I'm still following the Major League Baseball.
That was an interesting game last. Boy, the old Expos blew it last night, huh?
I guess so. I hadn't. Last
was-
time I saw it, it was 6-0.
It was 6-0, and then they went to the last inning. They were up 9 or 7. Oh, there's another goal. And the defense for Chazy was just standing there, and number 7 Jacob Brown just took it home. And at 38-17, they go up 4-0. And then the Expos were up by 2, and they get 4 runs. I guess they were a strike, not a strikeout, but a strike away from moving on to the next round. And the defending champions said, no, not so fast. And they come out and win that game 9-7.
Wow.
So, I mean, the game's not over till it's over.
That's the thing about baseball.
Oh, yeah, well,
no
that's-
clock.
Well, there's no clock, and that's the drama. But even the Yankees, the Orioles in the 8th had men in position. And,
Yeah, yeah. That's about. It's about when right after that I started listening to it on the radio. I was doing the volleyball.
Oh, okay.
And I knew it was going to be close.
On the way home?
Yeah, I knew it was going to be. The volleyball would be close, long games, and it was. I was hoping for a quick volleyball games, but didn't turn out that way.
So it's the Yankees against the Tigers.
Yeah,
That'd be a good series.
yeah. And I'm glad it's the Tigers, not the Oakland, because I don't like those 10
West
o'clock
Coast.
starts.
Yeah, the West Coast. And then, of course, you got the Giants, who had an incredible comeback, winning 3 in Cincinnati, which who would have thunk that?
Yeah.
So you got the Giants and the Cardinals in the National League. So, being a Yankee fan, what matchup would you like to see in the World Series?
Yankees and whoever.
You don't care?
I don't care.
Maybe a storied franchise.
Well,
like the
obviously
Cardinals?
not the Giants because West Coast again. So
Well,
go
that
with
would
the
be true.
Cardinals.
Okay, so Calvin has officially gone on record hoping that the Cardinals win, and assuming the Yankees will win.
I'm not going to assume anything because
Well,
it's just
Joe Girardi came through as a master manager when he put when he took A-Rod out.
yeah. Yeah, except that everybody said, "Why'd you take so long?" As a Yankee fan, you get a little irked when somebody's making that kind of money and isn't living up to what he.
This is
not that he's
dangerous
not
again.
trying. Oh, that's,
Oh, nice save.
Yeah, that's wide. But I can understand those guys paying $500-600 a ticket, and you're paying that salary. I'm sitting at home. I'm not paying that salary.
Right.
I'm just a fan. But if I were paying big bucks to watch, I got a strikeout time after time, I'd probably boo once in a while too. I'm not a big fan of people booing anybody, particularly the home team, but I can understand where they're coming from.
Well, plus in those markets, the prices are totally crazy.
Outrageous.
But they get it because there's such a demand.
Well, last night they had a lot of empty seats, from what I was told.
Oh, nice save by Gravel.
The smallest, it's a game 5, and it's the smallest turnout they've ever had in
Right.
a playoff game.
Well, those tickets are expensive,
Yeah,
and I don't see myself spending that kind of money to go sit, especially in October and be
Yeah.
cold.
yeah. The best seat is right here in your living room. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the beer's a lot cheaper too.
Yeah, like a lot cheaper. Well, here go the Eagles. This is probably their best opportunity.
Oh, the
And-
dive. Oh, Bassman's.
Yeah,
Bassman's
there
clearing
was
house.
definitely no foul on that. Not at all. Well, that's number 26 for the
That's Passano.
Cole Passano. He was not going to let anybody by him. Well, that would what you could call a good no call,
Yeah.
non-call.
Yeah, the refs didn't fall for it.
No. But that was one of the better opportunities for the Eagles
Yeah.
in this game. But Mr. Passano had other ideas. Not on my shift.
He was sharp on that one, right?
Hey, he did a nice job. He did what he had to do.
His father owns Sharp Rentals.
Oh, okay. Yes, okay, yes. A little plug there for Sharp Rentals in Rouse's Point, Champlain, New York. 34 minutes to go, Calvin. It is 4-0 for the Cougars on this nice fall day, mid-October 2012. One thing about the Cougars, they have a wonderful feeder program also, and
Yeah.
they compete every year.
Yep, I just left. I went and watched a little bit of the action in Rouse's Point today. They got their tournament today,
Uh-huh.
postponed from last week when we did get downpours early
Right.
today. So they got their tournament going on, and all that. All those little kids who play
Oh, yeah.
what my friends Luann and Roxanne used to call magnet ball.
Yeah, yeah, yes.
They start there, and then this is where they come from.
Well, and the thing is, they all start small like that, and their goal is to eventually get up here to this level, and then I know this is JVs, but to get to the varsity level and to,
Well, those feeder programs have not only made good players, but it's made the game a lot safer. It's no longer the you don't no longer see the ambulances every game. It would seem that there'd be an ambulance
Right.
at
right.
soccer games when I first started recording.
There's definitely no doubt it's a much more skilled game
Yeah.
for all the teams, and I mean, and you've noticed that, and we both have noticed that, even at the men's league. All these, of course, these kids have graduated, and now they're playing men's league. It's actually soccer.
Yeah.
It's not, let's take them out and who can we hurt? So it's just soccer in the North Country has increased tenfold skill-wise, and then you see that as the teams go deep into regional play and sometimes the Final Four, at all levels.
All right.
It's B level, C level, D level, boys, girls. Back in the early days, you never saw that.
No.
If they got fortunate enough to get that far, they were usually outclassed when they got down there, and you don't see that anymore. So the state knows about North Country soccer.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. And, go back a couple years ago, the Cougars in the Final Four were down for that game, and they could have easily won that. I don't say easily, but they could have won that game.
Usually, what I've heard is when you get down to the Final Four, you got 4 good teams that are pretty evenly matched.
Yes, for the most part you do. And when the game's done, the team that loses could very easily say, I could have won that game, because it is so evenly matched. And everybody has their chances. You may get 3 or 4 good chances in a game, and whether you capitalize or not, that remains to be seen. But, and as far as the Cougars go, they were a goalpost away from going to the state championship game. I still remember it was Rob Armstrong on the far side, just like right out there, had a kick, direct kick, and he banged it off. He beat the goalie, and it banged off the side goalpost. Just another inch over that thing. If it hits the post, chromes it into the net, and they move on. And it wasn't meant to be. But that would have been really cool that year. Nice try there by Hicks. But that team broke the barrier. So now these future Cougar teams, their goal is to get back to the Final Four.
Right.
And
they know it can be done. It's just like that first Chazy team that went all the way.
Yeah.
It made it that much easier for the other teams because they knew, hey, we can do it.
Well, once it happened, the floodgates opened.
Yeah.
And so it'd be Cougars are doing well this year. It'd be nice to see them get back there. Of course, they do have their hands full with Peru and Beatmantown. They're 2 quality teams.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, last year the Cougars were eliminated in the semis.
Right, and they could have actually should have won that game against Beatmantown.
Yeah.
And they lost. And Beatmantown went, and Beatmantown really wasn't the best team from the section last year.
But PHS lost another one.
Yeah.
And the year before, the Cougars had 2 quick goals to start the game against PHS, and that was it. The game was over in the first half of the first half in the year before in the finals.
Oh, here's an opportunity, and it goes wide, but right idea.
And that was the year that the Clinton women, 2 years ago, Clinton women went to the Nationals and won the national title.
Right. So let's not forget that we've had a team from the North Country become national champions.
Yeah.
Which says
with
again
a lot of
local
players. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's one thing that Donna Dixon, in all the sports she has done at Clinton, has done it with local talent.
Yeah.
If somebody out of town shows up, you're not going to say you can't play, but she doesn't go out and recruit.
Right.
She
wants to showcase the local talent that we have.
And it's a community college. That's what they should be doing.
Right.
The men's basketball team doesn't do that, and I don't agree with it. Okay. You go with the locals. If you lose with them, so you lose.
Right. I mean, especially at a 2-year college, like who cares? I mean, I'm saying, why would you recruit somebody to a 2-year college?
Yeah. In North Country basketball, they had Boyer from Ogdensburg, excellent player, and Carter from Northeastern. They're going local, but not local. You know. So why can't they be at Clinton? If somebody recruits them and says they want them.
Right.
And Clinton's a great place for anybody that's.
It's a great college.
Great place to start. You leave there, you got 2 years.
Absolutely.
You can go to a more expensive place after, but you got 2 years already in the books and paid for.
Absolutely. I think Clinton's a wonderful, wonderful place to start.
That kick.
Mr. Barron says the direct. In the halftime, I was noticing Bill Forkey talking to Jim Barron. Of course, Jim Barron's been doing this for a long time. And even the officials are learning and trying to get better.
Well, sure.
And I heard Bill talk to Jim about, what would I do in this situation? What do you do here? And so that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a nice play. That was a nice play for the Cougars. Number 3 was Dylan. Was that Glad? No, that was Berlotti.
Berlotti.
Berlotti. I'm not quite sure what you did there, Calvin.
It's a question mark, because
Question.
Dylan Glad 26 cannot be in the same uniform as Cole Passano 26. So they got 26 written.
When he's not the goalie, that would have been
No, the keeper is
Brady Vassar.
yeah, Brad Vassar's son. Larry Vassar's grandson. Fine Scioto folk.
Yeah. Fine Scioto name. And Vassar comes off the line. So we have 26:09 here left in the second half. A game dominated by the Cougars in all aspects. They lead 4-0 at this point.
Well, some things have, I don't know how many thousands I've recorded, but speaking of Vassars, I can still remember whatever year it was that Brad was a senior, getting a rebound at Plattsburgh State and putting a rebound in and giving the Bobcats the title in basketball that year. Getting a rebound off a shot that went way wide and grabbed it and threw it in. And
Oh, it wasn't a layup then.
no,
That was a game-winning shot.
yeah,
That's kind of where the fans come running out of the stands, isn't it?
yeah.
I used to enjoy it. Actually, I enjoyed when they had the games at the Memorial.
Except for Park,
Parking stunk. I mean, that's probably why they switched it.
I'm sure.
But I don't know. It just seems a better. The
More
field
intimate,
house,
more intimate.
more intimate. But the field house, you have that depth perception thing working with the
Oh,
backboards.
yeah.
No, I guess they get used to it, obviously, but it's definitely different.
Well, I would think PHS has got the advantage there because they've got one basket that is kind of that way.
Right.
That's not along a wall. So it gives Plattsburgh a little bit of advantage when you have a basket out in midair. Whoa.
So we have some real wholesale changes coming in here for the Cougars. We have Moak, Eagles, Moak, Matat, Lamoy, Ryan, and Parent. And for the Cougars, we have number 2. Well, Calvin, I don't see a number 2.
I do.
Oh, there he is. Kirsten Lutz. Kirsten Lutz.
Yes. Oh, we got one shot.
And here they go. So a throw in here for the Eagles. And for the Cougars, we have Jacob LaFountain ready to check back into the game. So I'm sure, Calvin, you must look forward to basketball season starting in probably another couple weeks. Well, I mean, it doesn't start,
A couple weeks.
but you get inside.
Well, it's not, with the booths, it's not as bad. And
I would think baseball is probably your toughest in the spring on some cold, windy days.
oh yeah, I wear my winter coat right up till
Yeah,
June.
because you're protected at Northeastern when you do a game too, right? Because
Soccer.
In soccer,
Yeah, soccer. Yeah.
Because that west wind and you got the booth is
Yeah.
so you're protected there.
Yeah. So when you get to the playoffs, nothing's at Al Sable according to the schedule that Rob sent me. C's had been at Al Sable, but this year they're going to be at PHS.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I got the D's and C's at PHS, and the B's here. So this is really it gets that cold. It get seems like this is the exposure you have here kind of shows itself in those regional games, those sectional games.
Like the regional games this year are for B and D are at Plattsburgh High School this year. I'm pretty sure.
Even the Bees?
I think so. Well,
It might be subject to change if
it could.
if
Well,
KHS is involved. I don't know.
for the regional championship game, yeah. I mean, the Bees would have to go to Section 2 for the first round. Or is it? They rotate. It could be section. They play section. Then Section 2 would come up here. I thought I saw that it was the B's and the D's were home this year. And last year they were on the road. I think last year they were in Potsdam. Here comes an opportunity for the Cougars at Nicollet Duke. Nice hard shot. Gravel just knocks it away. He wasn't even trying to catch that one, so it goes off the end line. So a corner kick here for the Cougars. With 20 minutes, we're about halfway through the second half.
Gravel can wear that shirt with everybody except the Sentinels, Ticonderoga.
Yeah. So Gagno just checks into the game, coming out of the game, and that just goes outside the box. Coming out of the game is number 5 for the Cougars, which is Chase Sample. And Duquette pushing up over to Rogers. And defensively, LeDuc is there. He's playing strong defense here for the Cougars. Nice play by Moak. Gets it up over to Hicks. Hicks trying to get by the defense, but the Cougar defense just kind of sandwiches him. And there's a shot by Duquette, but Vassar is there. And it's cleared out by 15 O'Connor, controlled by the Cougars. Far sideline, and number 6 Ryan Savage hustling but doesn't get there in time. So a deep throw in here for the Eagles.
19.
I wouldn't think. Good throw there. Wouldn't have gone back toward the goalie, that's for sure. Ryan on the far sideline trying to get to the ball. Out of bounds. And checking in for the Cougars is number 13. And we're looking for number 13 here.
No, we don't see a 13, huh?
No one, no 13 there, is there?
No.
Well,
So we'll give him,
Number-
we'll call him Glad, since we don't know what number Glad is.
oh, call him number 13.
Will Chamberlain.
17-11 left in the game. And Mo goes trying to find Parent. And LaBelle trying to switch fields. Ryan battling number 4, Jacob LaFountain. And Moak, a big booming kick into Cougar territory, but back there is Leduc.
Boy, good hustle, Dylan.
And he just sends it back into Chazy territory, controlled by the Cougars. And number 21, Cade Collins, sends it up. Therefore, the Cougars was number 23, Brendan Boutin, but it's controlled by the Eagles. Onto the foot of Hicks. Hicks over to number 11, Gage Duquette, and it's Ryan far sideline. And I would say it's probably safe for the Cougars to win this game. Their goal is to keep the Eagles off the board at this point, I'm thinking.
Yeah. And Eagles' goal is to get on the board.
Right. So we have a goal kick here for the Cougars with 15:31 to go. Shots favor the Cougars 14-2. Corner kicks 10-1. So if you're just joining us, that's indicative of how the game has gone here today. And the Cougars are the top team at the JV level in the area, and it shows today.
Just saw the old Snides walking back there with next to Amy Boutin.
Say it again?
The old Snide family there,
Oh,
walking with Amy Boutin.
okay. Jean?
Yeah, and Chris,
Chris.
Christine.
Christine, yep.
Who was a very good photographer. We did Bob and I did a nice show with her when the Hale-Bopp comet was coming through, and
Oh,
she took
yeah.
some outstanding photos.
Who did?
Christine Snide.
Oh, really? Of Hale-Bopp?
Yeah.
How long was that around? About a month?
It was here, yeah, at least a month, yeah.
Yeah,
You
you
can see
never
it
know.
from
You
a
want
long
to
time.
watch it, yeah. Well, it comes around like every 75 years. I figured I won't be around for the next time it comes through, but and that was interesting. You know, the stargazers that we are.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, sub, get on your feet here and let them know you're there.
Well, Matt Snide's getting ready to check into the game.
Yeah, but it's a goal kick, so he's can
Right
kick him
on.
in, but now if they don't see him,
He sees him now.
you gotta be up there waving and say, hey, hey.
And Troy Tatchell comes off the field. There's a booming shot, wide right. So 13:15 to go. It's 4-0 favoring the Cougars. Future soccer player. It all starts at the ball boy level. Should say ball person. Should I be politically correct? Say ball person.
Well, only if you're not sure if you're looking at a boy or a girl.
But if it's a girl, we call it ball girl, right?
Right.
Okay.
Good.
And coming into the game for the Cougars is Massimo Birch. Of course, we gave him the nickname Mass up here.
Massive birch.
And Jacob LaFountain coming out of the game. There's a popular Moors name, LaFontaine.
Yeah. A lot of those in Champlain, too.
Yeah, that's true too, yeah. Actually, it's a common North Country name, let's put it that way.
Yeah, my wife's part of that family. She was an Anktail, but her mother was a LaFountain, so it's amazing how many relatives she has.
Oh, when people come from the outside of North Country, they go, "You guys are like all related, aren't you?" Well,
Yeah.
Probably somehow, some way. Everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, my all-time favorite cousin is Saint Brother Andre, but
Is he your cousin?
yeah, my cousin. Yeah, not
Your
yours.
cousin.
Through the Castines.
Oh, well. I forgot to throw R in there since we're related. So, Brother Andre.
Yeah,
No kidding.
he was my great, I think it's my great. I have to check. Either great grandfather's or grandfather's fourth cousin.
Well, we also have, you and I will
Oh,
share this one.
Trudeau.
Pierre Trudeau.
Yeah,
Some guy
Yeah,
who's
cousin.
kind of popular in Montreal or Canada, I should say.
yeah. Cousin Justin is starting to feel his way around, trying to get involved.
And then we have a famous author of the Civil War, Trudeau. I can't think of his first name. I think he's like a first cousin.
I'm not sure what author that is, but Gary Trudeau from Doonesbury is a relative.
Gary,
And the Trudeau, because he's from the Trudeau family that started the TB sanitarium, and
Right.
they're relatives.
So yeah, we have Gary Trudeau. So we have a lot of famous relatives on our bloodline.
Yeah, I can't remember which side of the family it is. I think it's on the. I can't remember for sure. I don't even want to guess now. But Hillary's my eighth cousin. Hillary Clinton.
Really?
Yeah,
Are you serious?
I demanded a recount, but
Is that on the Castine side?
I can't remember which side now.
So you're saying I could be related too?
It could be.
Okay.
I'll have to
Hey,
check
listen.
that out and see.
Another famous person?
Yeah.
Now, how did you ever hear that one?
Julie Dowd from the Genealogy Society is a good friend, and she comes up with these things. And yeah,
You wanted a recount. Were some hanging chads there?
yeah, I don't know.
We're under 10 minutes checking in here for the Cougars and the Eagles.
My wife, she and I are probably eighth cousins, and she's her own cousin several times.
Wow, again, the in-depth knowledge we learn here on Hometown Cable. Wow, all I can say is wow.
Yeah. You come down one side and she's a cousin of herself, and you come down the other side and she's a cousin of herself.
Well, we have Dupree and Wentworth ready to check in for the Eagles, and for the Cougars, we have Scott Frenier ready to check in. So you get more than just soccer games when you
yeah.
you and I have here, Calvin.
Chazy corner, Joe.
Here it is. Here it is. Nice opportunity.
Look out, Jim. Gee. What's the referee doing in the middle of that?
Jim heard that. Well, I'm trying to give a latest update here, Calvin. It's 46 degrees right now.
The sun is
Partly sunny.
cloud. Yeah.
Tells you right here on the smartphone. That's what it's telling me. And nice try by the Eagles. So we're approaching 7 minutes here, and it's well. If there's one thing the Eagles can hang their hat on the second half, they've only given up one goal here in the second half. They gave up 3 in the first.
So they've improved.
Yes. We have Adam Knight ready to check in here for the Eagles. Good hustle by Wentworth. He's trying to battle Riley Cushion.
Ryan, keep going, Ryan. Run, Ryan. Go, Duke, go. Coming on.
Some nice speed by the Cougars, number 16, Leduc. And we have a corner here for the Cougars, and checking in is Jake McDougal, as well as Adam Knight here for the Eagles. Coming off for the Eagles is Chase Dunbar. And Leduc, who's had a very strong game. Well, another corner here for the Cougars. It's number 11. So they have as many corner kicks as they do shots on net here almost. And Barron's right there. He calls the goal kick. And it's nice to see we have Superintendent Fairchild across the way watching this game.
When I first started coming here, you had Charlie.
O'Connor?
Yeah.
He was always in the corner, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was always hollering. And
Oh, yeah.
he was.
He was a bigger fan than the kids were.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll never forget Tom Tregan talking about when he was interviewed. And,
By Charlie?
Yeah. He says, I show up for my interview, and says the only other guy there is this shabby-looking guy with shorts and a shirt that doesn't match. Says, I got it made. It turns out that's Charlie interviewing him.
He didn't realize it was the superintendent.
Yeah. I forget if that was Charlie's retirement or what that was, but it was some kind of tribute to Charlie and Tom Tregan. And knowing Charlie, I can see in the summertime he's there in shorts and relaxed, and
Yeah.
Tregan shows up and says, "Who's this guy?" You know? He's the guy who's going to decide whether you're going to get a job or not.
Yeah. That's when he came on as the AD, or not the AD, but the gym teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice throw-in by number 20, Seth Matat. And then he'll move the ball up the field here as it goes out of bounds. And it goes off the head of Snide, and Wentworth sends it back. And Lemoy chips it up to midfield. Adam Knight trying to get to the ball. And cleared out by number 21, Cade Collins. Trying to find Ryan. And he chips it up over to Rogers. And Doofy trying to get to the ball, as well as Knight, but it's cleared out here by the Cougars with 2 minutes and 38 seconds to go. It is a 4-0 Cougar lead. They will go on to keep their undefeated record intact here at JV Action Play. And going down for it was Spencer Rogers going down. Or no, actually it was Dupree.
Riding the ball.
Yeah, he was riding it.
He was on a surfboard there.
The open space. Ryan trying to keep it in, but it goes out of bounds. So we have a goal kick. And we should have a 2-minute sound. There it is, right on target.
What's with these at one set of bench right over there in the corner? Is it special fans there that get to sit in that spot?
First time I noticed it. I don't know. The fans of the game, they draw tickets or something?
Yeah, it's like the Plattsburgh State hockey game.
Yeah.
Get the fan of the game.
Fan of the game. I think I would have just ripped it from the 18 at that point. And number 2 here for the Cougars. is Kirsten Lutz. 1 minute to go. We'll give you the stats here. Shots favor the Cougars 14-3, corner kicks 11-2, and more importantly on the scoreboard where it matters, it's 4-0 Cougars. And Grabel comes off the line with 20 seconds to go. And the game is officially in the books here on the 13th of October 2012. The Cougars come to the George Brendler Field and have their way today as they take the Eagles of Chazy 4-0. I'm Joey Trombley, Calvin Castine on the camera. We had Bill Forkey and Jim Varon as the officials. And it is a beautiful day. Calvin and I will probably be back. Well, no, Calvin will be back here for sure. I think I'll be back here for the Chazy girls against Seton Catholic. And Calvin will get the handshake here. But as Calvin likes to say, that's the way it was in beautiful downtown Chazy.